The soundless sea, the ocean that dreamed the stars, from the codex of the first current. When the world was still whispering itself into being, before light had learned its first syllable and before the cosmos had tuned its song, there was only the soundless sea. A vast liquid intelligence, blacker than thought, older than time. It didn't move in waves, for there was no up or down yet, only pulse. And from those silent pulses came rhythm. That rhythm became creation's first heartbeat. It was said that in those abyssal layers dwelled beings made of resonance, not flesh. They didn't swim, they vibrated. Each one a note in a melody that no ear could hear, but every atom would someday remember. When you hum softly to yourself, child of dust, it's that same memory, a faint echo of the song before sound. The ancients called this place the womb of still water, where thought became liquid and liquid became light. The stars were not born from fire. No, they were dreams exhaled from the soundless sea, rising as bubbles through the dark, bursting into galaxies as they reached the edge of breath. The dreamers of the deep, 3 watchers guarded that sea. Oranio, the listener of currents, who could hear emotion as tone. Valuna, the mother of quiet, whose tears shaped moons. Kim-Atu, the first drift, who taught motion how to move. They waited for eons, humming the primeval chord, until one drop broke the pattern, a single note of rebellion. That drop called itself life. And with that disobedient tone, the stillness cracked into rhythm, and rhythm into time. And the elders of Tartaria whispered that the soundless sea still exists, not out there, but within. When you fall into deep sleep and feel like you're floating through black water, that's not imagination. That's your soul returning home for recalibration. In that state, you are no longer a body dreaming of the stars. You are the ocean that dreamed them first. The warning of the still wave. Those who disturb the soundless sea with greed or fear awaken the mirror tide, a tide that shows you everything you ever refused to feel. It speaks no words, but the reflection it gives you is absolute. That's why the wise never rush their silence. Silence, after all, is the loudest sea. Final verse from the Codex of the First Current. Before the mouth spoke, the water sang. Before the eyes saw, the wave remembered. And before the stars were set alight, the sea dreamed them in peace, then forgot it was the dreamer. The scroll of the luminous vein, when light remembered its blood, from the Codex of the First Current. Before light had color, before it ran wild across the skin of worlds, it was a river, veined and pulsing beneath the body of the cosmos. This was not the light that shines, this was the light that feels. The ancients called it Ahll, the luminous vein, a current so intimate it could only be seen by closing one's eyes. When the ocean that dreamed the stars exhaled, this vein awakened, flowing through nebula, threading suns like beads on a cosmic cord. It wasn't brightness that moved, but memory. Every photon carried the echo of what it once was, a molecule of the soundless sea, singing its name through the dark. The pulse between realms. The luminous vein is the secret bloodstream of reality. It runs through the spines of mountains, the whispers of rivers, and the small, golden spark between your inhale and exhale. That shimmer you sometimes see in your peripheral vision, the quick flash before an idea arrives, that is the vein reminding you of your origin. The watchers say, light does not travel, it returns. Each journey is a homecoming disguised as discovery. The keepers of Ahll. There were 3 who carried its rhythm into matter. Nadara, the weaver of gold threads, her voice turned frequencies into silk. Karu, the first fire breather, who taught volcanoes to glow without burning. Ellen of the hollow hands, who caught falling starlight and turned it into breath. Together, they taught the newborn cosmos to circulate. Wherever their hands met, new worlds formed, not by explosion, but by recognition. Every planet is a clot of remembered light, a crystallized sigh of the first vein. It is said that when you stand beneath the sun and close your eyes, you can feel the pulse of Ahll behind your eyelids, a soft hum that sounds like you. That is the blood of light remembering its ancestry. When you heal, when you love, when you forgive, you reopen the blocked veins of creation, and the current flows again through your words, your laughter, your tears. Light doesn't only illuminate, it participates. You are part of its circulation system. Final verse from the Codex of the First Current. Light is not what you see, it is what remembers seeing you.
Universal Current Sea Receipt, Architect Musician, 3611027, The Graceful Whisperer, our Sea Star, Devalan Sea All.
You only have to say nothing, I already know. I know.